Chapter 15. Looks are deceiving. Bootsy arrived at the predetermined location outside of the city to complete the drug drop-off for Sandy Lopez as planned. Sophia Fire was in her sniper position, observing the scene as the Mexicans started to arrive. It was a little harder to see. The sun had already set. The evening sky was warning of a dark, cloudless night on the horizon. Bootsy exited his tractor trailer to greet Sandy Lopez's men and lighten the mood with his usual jokes. However, the men were in no mood for his jokes today. They were focused, and so was Sophia with her weapon ready to fire at a moment's notice. "What's going on with my amigos?" Bootsy exclaimed, smiling in his usual smile. "It's not like you folks calling me for an unscheduled delivery. Where is Sandy?" Bootsy started looking around, glancing this way and that as he said it. "Sandy is normally in attendance for these transactions. Where is he? Is he with one of his sexy-ass senoritas?" Bootsy was laughing his ass off at this point, with nobody else taking part in it with him. "I know my Spanish is bad. That's the best I can do right now," he said. Then one of the Mexican goons that Sandy had employed came up to Bootsy and spoke up. "You talk too fucking much, fucking negrito." "What the fuck is that?" "Just stand here and wait until we remove all the products from your trailer." He spoke with a growly tone, before moving back to help with the unloading. Another Mexican member was shouting orders to the rest. "Let's get this shit quick, guys. We need to move all this shit in 30 minutes or less. Jefe wants this move to be done as soon as possible." Then he continued to check the inventory to make sure that everything was accounted and paid for as the drugs were unloaded. Despite Sandy's men's attitude towards Bootsy, they knew he was reliable. Therefore, they were equally reliable and made sure there were no errors during this transaction. Bootsy was unfazed by their dispassionate gruntles. "Damn, my friend, lighten up a little. I will stand over here as instructed," Bootsy said. He pointed to a location and stood there, as if to make a point. "However, I think your day would go a lot better if you smiled. You folks look constipated with your faces so tight," joked Bootsy. As he said it, all of Sandy's men that Bootsy could lay his eyes on made a strange face. A few of them even clenched their fists in anger as they continued to unload the drugs from the trailer. They were not happy at all with Bootsy's perpetual happy-go-lucky attitude. Understanding that this was not the time for any more jokes, Bootsy decided to simmer down a bit. He mumbled under his breath, a bit angry at their hostile reaction to someone who had been nothing but hospitable despite their unhospitable nature. "I'm going to get back to my truck until you folks finish unloading my trailer," Bootsy informed the men. As the men were finished unloading their product, Bootsy had a bad feeling about the situation. He quickly put in his earbud and made a furtive phone call to Sophia. "Sophia, something ain't right about this shit." Bootsy's jolly tone had dropped into a more serious, worried one. "I need you to look around and tell me if you see something out of the ordinary. These Mexicans are up to some dirty shit. My left hand is tingling like a motherfucker. That ain't good," he said, concerned.
"All right, let me see."
Sophia Fire was already monitoring the situation, but gave everything a once-over.
"Where are you sitting? Everything looks good. The Mexicans are moving the drugs out of the trailer at breakneck speed. However, I just noticed a black minivan parked a block away from you. Whoever is in the minivan is smoking something because a lot of smoke is coming out of the window, and it looks too much for some cigarettes,"
she reported. Bootsy knew that a black minivan was out of place. Whoever was in the vehicle wasn't a bit subtle. It was apparent that a blacked-out van parked in an isolated industrial park at this time of day was there for some superficially shady shit. Anyone glancing at that hulking blacked-out minivan could see it was driven by wannabe criminals. "What? I knew it. This feels more like a setup to me. My left hand tingle doesn't ever do me wrong. It's like my spidey sense," explained Bootsy. He tapped on the steering wheel for a bit before nervously telling Sophia, "Keep an eye on the minivan for now. One of the Mexicans is coming to the driver's side of my truck now. They must be finished. I'll call you back when I get out of here."
"Okay, I can see everything from my position,"
Sophia Fire replied, focused. Bootsy got the instructions that Sandy's men had unloaded everything. He said a half-hearted goodbye and left. As Bootsy was driving out of the industrial park, he called Sophia Fire for any updates. "Sophia, talk to me," What do you see? Bootsy was both nervous and curious now.
The Mexicans are just leaving the industrial park. They are exiting in the opposite direction to you.
As soon as Sophia Fire had said it, she noticed something unusual and said,
Hold up!
Bootsy waited a few excruciatingly long seconds for Sophia to say anything, and he was about to ask before she spoke up.
The minivan is following your truck. I'm getting off the roof now to assist you. Hold tight and get ready.
Bootsy's instincts were getting more right by the second. No, do not follow me. I'm going to take the long way home today. Just make sure that minivan is following me. I need you to go home immediately and prepare for these assholes. Park your car behind the mobile home and make sure your car cannot be seen from the street, he instructed.
I understand. If anyone tries to rob us, this will be their last day alive on this earth,
said Sophia. She was not going to let anyone hurt Bootsy. Several hours had passed, and the evening had progressed into a cloudless night. Lil Ricky and his crew had been following Bootsy for several miles along the highway, hoping for an opening. However, the men made sure to keep a safe distance from Bootsy to avoid his detection. Lil Ricky hated waiting. He thought that catching Bootsy driving alone would have been a perfect time to rob him. Lil Ricky knew this would be the perfect opportunity to get any of the dope and some cash Bootsy was storing in his tractor trailer somewhere. It was also understood by all the men in the black minivan that they were going to have to fight or kill Bootsy to obtain his stash. However, they liked their odds of one cocky man against a few hard-ass gangbangers. As Lil Ricky grew restless from the chase, he received a phone call from his mother. "What's up, Mom? I'm busy now. Can I call you back later?" he said, trying to focus as much as he could on his driving, not speeding up too much. Lil Ricky did not, however, expect his mother to start yelling.
Hell no! You will talk to me now, Ricky. Why the fuck were you at my father's restaurant?
Lisa Chin screamed at her son.
I told you for years not to fuck with him, and you disobeyed me. What the fuck is your problem? Are you deaf, stupid, and in need of an ass kicking? I told you I do not trust that dirty bastard.
Lil Ricky laughed. Mom, now we both know nobody is kicking my ass. Also, when is it a crime to visit my grandfather? He was talking cocky, trying to impress his friends. Why wouldn't he? Lil Ricky was about to score big. In fact, he was in the process of accomplishing that goal now.
Wow, really, Ricky? Do you think I'm stupid?
Lisa Chin replied.
My father does not allow anyone to visit him unless there's money involved. Now I know you did not go there for that chicken fried rice. So what did you visit him for? Was it to buy guns?
Her voice was getting more concerned than angry now. Mom, I'm a grown-ass man, and the days of you telling me my daily schedule are over, Lil Ricky exclaimed, his voice getting more frustrated at having to keep up with Bootsy's tractor trailer while also talking to her. Besides, my crew and I need some guns for protection. I can't be caught in these streets without a stick, Lil Ricky said, matter-of-factly, knowing his mother would have 1,001 things to say about that.
Ricky, let me tell you for the last time, nothing never turns out good working with my father. And believe me, he does not give one flying fuck about you, son,
Lisa said as her anger dissipated. Her voice was almost breaking as she was beginning to sob. Mom, you act like your hands are clean. I know about your little prescription pill operation too. You ain't slick. It's too bad that you have no more product to sell because of the big drug bust that involved your supplier. I saw that the hospital pharmacy director went to prison on RICO charges. Everyone has unclean hands, Mom. So stop acting like you're so damn innocent. Our family will always be connected to the drugs and guns underworld. I've learned to embrace it now. You should too. I don't remember you ever being this soft, said Lil Ricky. He continued to ignore his mother's voice and the fact that even over the phone he could imagine the tears streaking down her face. However, right now he didn't have time for sympathy. After today, his mother will understand that Lil Ricky was now a man.
Listen to yourself, son.
Lisa Chin spoke slowly in a deep voice. She was trying to hold back tears.
That is my father's talk. Now I know you are way over your head. Just come home and let us figure out another way you can make money legally. Doing it legally is not soft. This way you won't ever have to worry about having to have a stick or whatever you are fucking calling your gun.
It's too late for that shit, Mom. I don't watch things from the porch. I jumped off the porch. I'll call you later. We have some business to take care of now, Lil Ricky said as he noticed Bootsy slowing down and turning into a rural road. After driving for a few hours, Bootsy finally arrived at his home. He owned a massive amount of land. His homestead included one single, 2 double-wide family mobile homes, and 1 large storage area, a few loose dogs, chickens, and a large pig pen with 10 undernourished pigs. Bootsy parked his tractor trailer next to 2 other vehicles located on his property. He made sure to lock his truck doors and entered his double-wide mobile home. Bootsy, being a man who's always observant, knew that there were strangers following him. Therefore, he informed Sophia to prepare for a fight best she could, especially since he knew something was afoot during his latest drug delivery for Sandy Lopez's drug organization. Lil Ricky ended the phone call with his mother just as Bootsy finally reached his home. Lil Ricky and his crew parked just close enough to Bootsy's house to observe his movements without being detected. He and his crew drove closer to Bootsy's mobile home with their car's lights off. They observed Bootsy turning lights on and off inside the mobile home while he moved around in different rooms. They couldn't really tell if the man was relaxing inside or if he was scurrying about doing something. The men waited until Bootsy turned off all the lights inside his home before they made their move to ambush him. Lil Ricky gave the order to load their weapons and follow him. His crew put on their face masks and approached the mobile home using stealth maneuvers they had practiced at Lil Ricky's mother's house over the last week. They didn't just want to barge in through the door, but at least use some subtlety. They didn't want to damage any of the product that was stored inside. But practicing subtlety only went so far when it came to entering Bootsy's mobile home. One couldn't really find any clear exits. Only an entrance into the mobile home was noticeable. Once Lil Ricky's crew reached the front door, they kicked it in. However, they were greeted by a shotgun blast from Bootsy, resulting in one of Lil Ricky's crew being critically injured. The young man was launched backwards from the door to the ground, which gave the crew pause, except for Lil Ricky. Enraged, Lil Ricky and his last remaining man charged as Bootsy was just getting up from a cover spot to shoot again before Lil Ricky winked at him. Bootsy's shotgun was thrown onto the floor as a result. The other man came behind Lil Ricky and was able to subdue Bootsy. They started beating him with their weapons and stomping him with their feet. Bootsy fell to the floor in a fetal position, trying to use his hands and elbows to at least dampen the blows he was receiving. "Where the fuck are the drugs and money, old man? We know you made a delivery for Sandy Lopez's organization today. Now give us the rest of the fucking drugs and all the money," Lil Ricky exclaimed as he kicked Bootsy lying down in front of him. Bootsy, speaking with blood-stained teeth, "Fuck you, little nigga," Bootsy spoke. "I'm not telling you shit. You kick like a fucking fairy. Your twinkle toes having little bitch. One of your feet feels like you're wearing a little bitch's size 5 shoes." He spat towards Lil Ricky and his crew, blood from his mouth flying in the air towards them like a mist, spraying the young men with it. Lil Ricky jumped back to avoid his spit, seeing that Bootsy was not giving any information. He told the remaining crew members to shoot Bootsy in the leg. However, before the man could complete Lil Ricky's order, Sophia Fire emerged from the back bedroom. She pointed her assault rifle at Lil Ricky's remaining crew member and shot him in the chest and head, killing him instantly. Lil Ricky, with weapon in hand, was quick to respond. He was able to get 2 shots off in Sophia's direction, both hitting their target. Sophia was shot in the stomach and chest by him and fell to the floor. Amongst the chaos, Bootsy managed to retrieve his shotgun from the floor and shot Lil Ricky in his knee. Lil Ricky lay on the ground and screamed in pain as Bootsy stood to his feet. Bootsy aimed his shotgun at Lil Ricky's face and pulled the trigger. Half of Lil Ricky's head dispersed in the process, like someone had put a bomb inside his face and blown it up. Bootsy glanced around the room, looking for any stragglers. Once he knew that things were quiet, he quickly went to Sophia's aid, but it was too late. She had bled out, and her body lay lifeless and still. He felt for a pulse, despite knowing he wouldn't find one, and his fears were only realized more. Sophia Fire was dead. He mourned her briefly before gathering his senses. Bootsy knew exactly what to do next. He was prepared for this situation. Bootsy wrapped all the dead bodies in blankets and started moving them from his mobile home. He dragged the bodies towards his large pig pen. Bootsy placed their clothes into a large metal barrel and set all the clothes on fire. Still sobbing over Sophia's death, he begins to cut the bodies to ensure their blood will pour out indisputably. Bootsy's hungry pigs started to squeal at the sight of the dead bodies. It had been over a month since Bootsy last fed the pigs. He threw the bodies into the pig's pen, and the pigs quickly started eating gluttonously. Bootsy then walked up the dark street to find Little Ricky's minivan with the keys still in the ignition and more ammunition. He drove the car to a cleared area on his property and torched it using.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you had fun or picked up anything from this episode, please assist us by hitting the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. You can also comment and share our content. These small things really help our channel and mean a lot to us. Also, special thanks to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the heartbeat of this channel, and we can't thank you enough for being so generous. If you would like to join our Patreon community, please click on the link below. You can contribute as little as $5 per month. You can get all kinds of perks. You can even buy merchandise of your favorite characters at our shop store. Click on the link provided below. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, remember you are cherished by us. So be kind and know that we consider you as family.